You are Freddy Krueger's worst nightmare. You evade him night after night, not by choice, because of a mountain of other reasons. Maybe you can't fall asleep at all, or maybe you can, but 3 hours later, you wake up again. That one seems to be my body's favorite choice. This video is coming out way later than expected. I randomly got super sick and developed tonsillitis. My tonsils inflated like golf balls until I could almost not speak. Had to go to the doctor. They fixed me up. And now you're finally getting this video that's been like 2 weeks in the making now. Today, we're going to be chatting about you. You came to this video because maybe you're having trouble sleeping right now, or just in general, day by day, you can't seem to fall asleep, or like I mentioned earlier, maybe you do fall asleep, but you wake up and can't fall back asleep. So you've maybe come today to try and find some relief of why is this happening to you, and how can we maybe get past it. This video is for anybody who's maybe whose stress levels are at an all-time high. You're working really hard on something, but and your brain can't seem to turn off. Or maybe you're just naturally like that, and you constantly overthink, and your brain just doesn't stop, like me. For those of you who are new here, my name is Daniel Stewart. I'm an entrepreneur, writer, tech enthusiast, fitness weapon, and my job here on this channel is to make you the best version of yourself possible through talking about random personal development topics, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And of course, sleep is at the forefront of all of that. So let's get started. Oh yeah, and I'm not a doctor. This is all just educational and informational. I just have to say that so don't get in trouble. So what are we going to be chatting about today? My personal sleep struggles, reasons why you might not be able to sleep, supplements to help you sleep, exercise and sleep, the relation between those two, sleep tips for adventurous minds, minds that just don't want to shut off. Part two, there'll be a part in this video to fall asleep to if you're watching it currently and can't fall asleep, which includes some bad jokes just to lighten the mood, and then some stories to finish it off. The whole point of this video is to help you with your sleep struggles while avoiding any triggering topics or words in case you're watching it right now trying to fall asleep, and just to, ease things down and avoid anything that you might not want to think about. So my personal sleep struggles, my sleep's getting a lot better. I've implemented a lot of the things we're going to be talking about in this video, which have really helped my sleep get better and better. But about 2 months ago, I absolutely could not fall asleep, no matter how hard I tried, which sucks because I still felt tired. I really wanted to sleep, but I just couldn't. My mind wouldn't shut off. It's because I was working 24/7, work on everything, whether it's my job or my business ventures or writing my book. I was just constantly on the go, not giving myself any rest and not having any time to think. No silence, no non-stimulation time, no time for my brain to actually rest and relax and wind down for the end of the day. And hopefully, if you're in a similar situation where your brain just won't shut off for some reason, this video will help you a bit, just like how I still struggle a bit, but like I said, it's getting better. You just have to take some steps, even though they're hard, and change is always hard. Just gotta start, and then hopefully it'll make the difference. Or maybe you just need to watch this video and it'll help you get to sleep tonight, and that's all you need. So let's explore some of the common reasons why you might not be able to sleep and why a lot of others might not be able to sleep. And oftentimes it's important to identify what it is, because it's usually fixable and it's not too much of a worry. Things that you can easily fix through routines, supplements, and maybe even a mindset shift. So let's go into the first idea. First one being, a lot of the times we have anxiety from big dreams. This could be our mind just racing at night because we haven't accomplished what we want to. Maybe we want a new job, we want to enter a new field. We haven't quite got there yet. We're moving along the journey to get there, but we haven't had, to us, it feels like we're not fulfilled yet. But it's important to know we're making our way to that dream, to whatever we want to get, and every little step counts. Reflect on where you started where you are now, and chances are you've come a long way. This leads us to, we'll go much more general into late night overthinking. This could be overthinking anything, thinking about, maybe you're worried about someone, you're worried about something, you're worried about or stressing about something happening tomorrow, whether you have a job interview or maybe it's Christmas tomorrow and you're excited. That's overthinking. Can be on this side, it could be on this side, it could be over there, over here. It's really anything. It's just our mind racing and ping-ponging between various different things. This often is the cause of you haven't given yourself enough rest during the day. Usually you need just a little bit, maybe 15 minutes in your day to do absolutely nothing and maybe write down anything you're thinking at that time, really just making some room in your mind and putting some of that garbage onto paper. The bane of a lot of us, and me sometimes, caffeine timing. If we have our coffee, if we have our Starbucks, our Tim Hortons, our pre-workout, anything that has caffeine in it, a bit too late in the day, it can really cause issues and it makes it much, much harder to go to sleep. Easily fixable. Just make sure if you haven't had a coffee yet and it's getting later, maybe don't have it at all that day, or supplement it with something that has less caffeine, like green tea or any other type of tea that has a caffeine content with it, just much less. Sometimes you can't sleep because of positive things. This is like the example I gave earlier. If it's something awesome is happening tomorrow, Christmas morning's tomorrow, maybe you're going to a theme park, you're leaving for your vacation tomorrow, it's a positive anticipation for something happening, and it just is taking advantage of the physical systems in your body, the physiological systems, and it's really just ramping up your adrenaline, and it's a good thing. But if it's keeping you from sleeping, it can suck. But just try and maybe distract your mind and try some of the methods we'll talk about in this video to calm yourself down. And it's the good thing will come tomorrow. You just have to sleep right now and then you'll wake up to it. Another slightly positive one is sometimes you work out a bit too late because maybe you're busy during the day and you finished your workout a bit too close to your bedtime. This can disrupt your sleep a bit, but just make sure you're not doing this every night. I know some people who work out way too late, way too close to their bedtime, and they're complaining about their sleep. This is why they're working out way too late. Some people can't avoid it because they're busy throughout the day and they have to work out right after work and then go to bed and wake up early for work in the next morning. But just make sure you figure out how to calm your body down after that and how to really ease yourself to sleep after. This one's the bane of us all. And watching this video, if you're trying to go to sleep now, just go ahead, put the blue light filter on your device. It'll help you. It'll keep you less awake while you're watching this video, and it won't be shining that blue light in your eyes. I have the blue light filter on my phone constantly because it keeps me less addicted. Makes it look horrible, but it really does help. Any blue light or digital exposure to our devices late at night or even about an hour or two before bed can disrupt our sleep. It's really hard to do that. I know you want to watch videos or talk to your friends up until you go to bed, but if you can stop an hour before bed, maybe read a book or just stop an hour before your time you normally go to bed and just hop into bed then, and then you'll just get to bed a bit earlier. It's hard to avoid, but like I said, even if you can't avoid it and you're watching this video right now, put that blue light filter on. It'll help you get to sleep faster. So one of the sneakiest ones that affects a lot of us is diet and nutrition. What you eat about 2 or 3 hours, because that's a good time range before bed, can really affect your sleep. You want to stop eating if possible. I would give it a good 3 hours before bed. Eat a big meal for dinner, and then maybe a light snack right before that 3-4 hour mark. Something that's not too carb heavy, something that your body's not going to be digesting throughout the night, keeping you up, and you'll have a much better sleep. Anything that has casein protein is much better to eat at night, like a yogurt, because it's a much slower digesting protein. You can digest it throughout the night without your body taking too much focus on that. And honestly, like I said, the best thing to do if you think this may be affecting you, this might be the reason you're not being able to sleep, just stop eating at least 3 hours before bed. And you might be a bit hungry, just try and ignore it, and you're gonna fall asleep faster and get into a much deeper sleep as well, because your mind's not occupied on digesting the food. So if you think the reason you're not able to fall asleep is not one of these, let me know down in the comments below, and I can create maybe a little video, or I'll just respond in a good comment of potential fix to your problem. And hopefully, as long as it's not a medical issue, I can try and help you with it. But take a look at all of these and try and figure out, is it one of these, and how can I actually go about fixing it? So if you want to maximize the chances that you have a good sleep and are able to get to sleep, I've created this section just to talk about certain supplements that can help you get to sleep at night and stay asleep, whether it's an actual pill you can take or teas. And then some of these supplements you can look up after I list them all. The first one, for example, is magnesium. You can look up foods with high magnesium content and just eat a lot of those. So like I said, first one that's really good for sleep is magnesium. Doesn't matter what form, but the recommended one is glycinate. This can help just relax your body at night and soothe it to sleep, and relax your muscles too. Next one is L-theanine, which just promotes calm in your body without sedating you like something like melatonin. It's sort of like magnesium. Magnesium is more focused on relaxing your muscles, but L-theanine just calms you down a bit at night. Next one is ashwagandha. I think I'm spelling that right. This is one I take. I take this for stress, and obviously, the more stress relief you have in your life, the less stress you will be when bedtime comes, and less stressed you are, hopefully, the faster you'll be able to fall asleep, and the more relaxed you'll be as well. Fourth one, our first non-capsule or direct supplement related one, is chamomile tea. I guess it's a supplement, but just in a different form. Chamomile tea is just an herbal remedy. It's supposed to calm you down and really soothe you, soothe your body, and release a bit of stress. I have chamomile tea every so once in a while. I think it's just the mix of the herbs and the warm liquids that just gets your body into the calm mood and ready for sleep. Obviously, don't have it too close to bed because it might cause you to go to the bathroom at night, but it's one to look into. Next one is glycine. This is one that can help calm your neurotransmitters, and is just really a gentle sleep promoter. Not as, I don't think it's as researched as the top ones, but it's one to look into as well. The last one, this is the smelliest of them all. It's truly it's not the best smelling thing in the world, especially if you have it in tea or if you take it in a capsule. When you first open the bottle, you will notice the smell it has. It's not good, but this is one that can really help you. It's an herbal relaxant, and it's I think it's a much better option compared to melatonin, and I find this one works well for me. So these are things that aren't needed. They're supplements. They're things you really want to promote and maximize getting to sleep and staying asleep. Look into all of these. There are other supplements, of course. These are just ones I like, and I think they can really help you without moving into more sedative options that you might be able to get addicted to, and those sort of things. So what's the relationship between movement and rest? Why should we exercise during the day to improve our sleep and get ourselves to sleep at the end of the day? Exercise kind of regulates our internal clock. It gets our brain going and ready for the full, just imagine a clock. You got however many hours you're awake during the day. You're getting your body moving and actually exercising gets your body saying, hey, we've woken up, we've done this exercise, we've moved our body, so we don't have to do anything physical for the rest of the day. It doesn't work exactly like that, but you can think of it sort of like that. It reduces your stress and anxiety through various physiological systems. I think they're called endorphins, that exercise releases them and really just induces a state of calm in your body. Yeah, so exercise lowers cortisol, releases those endorphins. I believe it releases or induces the release of more serotonin as well, which those are chemicals in your body that actually get you relaxed and calm your body down for sleeping at the end of the day and getting ready to wind down and actually recharge during the night. Moving during the day kind of tells your body, we've done well today, we've moved today, but now it's time to shut down and recharge. We've done something good. Maybe your body thinks you're out hunting something. We've done that, and now it's time to fall asleep. So now let's move on to some sleep tips for anybody who has a mind that just won't shut off, or if you just can't sleep, some tips to help you get to sleep and stay asleep almost. Because one of the worst things is if maybe you take some sleep supplements and you get to sleep initially, but your brain isn't off yet, it's still running. Oftentimes that causes you to wake up again and you can't fall back asleep. So the first tip I have for you today is create some sort of bedtime ritual. I used to never have one, but just getting into the habit of winding down at the end of the day, maybe creating, you can do whatever you want as long as it's not stimulating, you're not exercising too close to bed, or not stuffing your face with food and food that's going to keep your body working the whole night. It could be having tea an hour before bed, stopping looking at screens, not eating 3 hours before bed. Those little things, and doing them every single night, gets your body into the habit of winding down at a certain time and really knowing when it is time to shut down and recharge. Next tip is journaling throughout the day or just before bed. This is an incredibly good thing, even though it seems kind of silly. It seems kind of woo-hoo at times. Writing down whatever is on top of your mind during the day or before bed, for some reason, just gets the ideas out of here and puts them onto the paper. And this is something that keeps me up because my mind's constantly racing. There's all this stimulation. So I like to write things down during the day, and my mind isn't racing as much at night. Doing it just before bed is incredibly good, or during the day, just whenever you feel like your mind won't stop and you need to calm down a bit. But test that out too. Next up, I just mentioned it earlier, but sleep-friendly foods and drinks. Don't eat just right before bed. It's going to keep your body awake. Your mind and your stomach are connected. When maybe you ate a whole loaf of bread before going to bed, you're not going to have a good sleep. Your body's going to be working so hard to digest that throughout the night. And yeah, just avoid anything heavy, and even if possible, avoid eating anytime like 2 to 3 hours before bed. Even though you may feel a little bit hungry, try to ignore that, and you'll have a much deeper sleep and your body won't be working. And then sleep-friendly foods, drinks. Don't drink anything with caffeine in it, obviously, and don't drink anything that is too carb heavy or syrupy, those sort of things. Next thing, the cliche screens, blue light. If you don't have them already, you should get blue light glasses to wear at home. Wear those before bed, and if that doesn't work, then just stop using screens at least an hour before bed. And I know it's super hard. It's one of the hardest things to do nowadays because you want to be online and chatting to people or watching videos or playing games up until you go to sleep. But you need some time away from the blue light for your body to say, hey, it's actually nighttime. It's actually time to go to bed, not tricking your brain into thinking the sun's still out and shining. But yeah, get blue light glasses, wear those in the evening, wear those during the day for less blue light into your eyes, and then try and stop screens as early as possible before going to bed. It's a cliche one, but it's one of the hardest to do and one of the most important. And then just 2 last strategies you can use if you can't fall asleep right now or in future days and your mind's just constantly racing. First one being the body scan. I think this is a military tactic, is you just go through each body part in your body. Let's say I start with my feet. I think of my feet, I maybe give them a little flex, and then I relax them. And then I move up to my calf. I give it a little flex, I feel it, and then I focus on relaxing. And I go through each body, kind of like a scan. I slowly relax my whole body, and then I ease my body to sleep. And then I can just repeat this process until I've fallen asleep. The next one is just not counting sheep, but just keep counting. I like to, if I can't fall asleep and I need to count, I'll count up to 200 and then restart. Count up to 200, restart. If your mind's racing, it's incredibly hard to focus on just counting. Just keep counting, keep counting, keep focusing on the counting. Your mind's going to want to wander off to different thoughts. Just keep counting. You'll wander off, but then remember, hey, you're going to come back, keep counting, and then eventually you should fall asleep. So you've made it to the part of the video where this is the part to, if you're watching this right now and you can't fall asleep, this is the part to fall asleep to. Ease back, close your eyes. You don't need to be watching me. Just listen, and hopefully you'll be able to fall asleep, or just listen to maybe relax yourself a little bit different than my other videos. But like I said, sleep is one of the forefronts of personal development and really getting your health in check and being able to actually think throughout the day and function. So we got to cover it. We're going to start with some bad jokes just to lighten the mood and get relaxed a bit and take our mind off the fact, anything negative that we have in there currently. The first one being, why did the mattress get promoted at work? It was always supportive. Why did the pillow apply for a new job? It was tired of being slept on. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. If you think nobody cares whether you're alive, just miss a couple car payments. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Why did the coffee file a police report? It got mugged. I went to buy some camo pants and couldn't find any. I'm reading a book about teleportation. It's bound to take me places. My therapist says I have trouble expressing my emotions. Can't say I'm surprised. Now, in this next part, it's sort of pick and choose or just keep going through this video. Are you a cat or dog person, or neither? So I have 3 different sections for 3 different stories. One about a cat, one about a dog, and one about neither. So you can listen to all 3 in a row, or you can skip to either, whatever one you want to listen to. Doesn't matter. They're just little fun stories to relax you and, you know, sleep. So the first one is for the dog lovers out there. It's the story of Milo and the moonlit meadow. Ready? There was a small happy dog named Milo who lived near a gentle forest. Each evening, after the sun quietly slipped beyond the horizon and the stars slowly emerged in the velvet sky, Milo would venture out to his favorite place, a peaceful meadow bathed softly in moonlight. Tonight, just like every night, Milo wandered quietly through tall, whispering grass that brushed against his paws, feeling soft and familiar. He paused occasionally to sniff the sweet scent of wildflowers and fresh earth, the cool air soothing him like a lullaby. As Milo wandered deeper, the meadow opened gently before him, illuminated softly by the silver glow of the full moon. He paused, his ears perked as he listened to the tranquil symphony of the forest, the distant hoot of an owl, the gentle rustling of leaves, and the soft hum of nighttime insects. Everything was calm, everything in perfect harmony. Milo lifted his nose toward the night sky, feeling the gentle breeze brush against his fur. He felt happy, content, and peaceful here. The moonlight washed over him like a soft, comforting blanket, and as he breathed deeply, each breath became slower, calmer, and quieter. He walked slowly through the tall grass, pausing occasionally to admire how the dew shimmered gently in the moonlight. Eventually, Milo found his favorite spot beneath a wise old tree with branches that stretched gently toward the stars. He curled up, feeling safe and cozy, his head resting softly on his paws. Looking upward, Milo sighed contentedly as his eyelids grew heavier. He knew tomorrow would bring new adventures, new trails, and discoveries. But right now, tonight belonged to quiet rest. As he drifted into peaceful sleep, the meadow embraced him, the moonlight gently wrapping around him like a warm, soft hug. And just like Milo, it's now your turn to rest, letting your mind gently wander toward peaceful, soothing dreams. Or no dreams at all, if you're not a dreamer. Now we move on to the cat story, Willow's quiet journey home. There once was a curious cat named Willow, with soft fur as gray as a gentle cloud. Willow green eyes, curious and bright, peeked softly out at the world, always eager to explore. Every evening, as the sky deepened into shades of soft indigo and lilac, when Willow quietly stepped outside her cozy cottage to wander through the nearby fields, guided only by the gentle glow of moonlight. Tonight was beautifully calm. She padded softly along familiar trails, paws making barely a whisper as they touched the cool grass beneath her. A gentle breeze rustled the tall wildflowers, carrying the comforting fragrance of lavender and jasmine that filled the air. Willow paused, her whiskers twitching softly as she sensed the presence of friends nearby, gentle creatures of the night that shared the meadow peacefully with her. She listened quietly to soothing sounds around her, crickets softly chirping their evening lullabies, leaves rustling gently in the trees above. Eventually, Willow climbed onto a smooth rock, warmed gently by the sun earlier in the day. From her cozy perch, she gazed upward at the stars, gently shimmering like tiny lanterns suspended quietly overhead. As she watched the peaceful night sky, her eyelids felt heavy, sleep gently calling her home. With a soft sigh of contentment, Willow gracefully slipped off the rock and slowly wandered home. Stepping softly through her open door, she curled in her favorite cushion, wrapping herself in a comforting warmth. She knew tomorrow held new adventures, but for now she allowed herself to simply rest, gently closing her eyes and drifting softly towards sleep. And just like Willow, it's your turn to let your mind find comfort, slowly drifting towards restful dreams, knowing tomorrow is quietly waiting with all its possibilities. And this is the story for neither cat or dog lovers or anybody. It's called The Little Boat and the Starlit Sea. Far away, nestled in a quiet harbor, rested a little wooden boat named Luna. She was painted a soft shade of blue, gently weathered by the sun and sea. Each evening, as the sunset softly melted into the horizon, Luna, as the little boat was lovingly called, felt a gentle call toward the open ocean. One tranquil night, as stars glittered softly above and the ocean whispered invitingly, the little boat slipped gently away from the dock. The moon cast a beautiful silver path across the water, guiding her onward. Slowly and steadily, the little boat glided over calm waves that rocked gently beneath her hull. Around her, stars reflected softly on the ocean surface, creating the illusion of sailing towards the sky itself. She sailed peacefully past islands silhouetted in moonlight, where palm trees swayed lazily and dolphins quietly surfaced, nodding gently in greeting before disappearing beneath the waves. Further along, she reached a hidden cove where the water sparkled like liquid diamonds. A gentle breeze filled her sails, just enough to carry her forward at the perfect, relaxing pace. The air smelled softly of salt and distant blossoms, and Luna, the friendly moon, kept watch from above, smiling quietly as the little boat journeyed through the calm night. Eventually, as the stars gradually faded and the sky began to brighten ever so softly, the little boat found herself gently turning toward home. Filled with a deep sense of peaceful fulfillment, her adventures tonight had filled her spirit with tranquility and quiet contentment. She returned to the dock, nestling into her familiar place, bobbing gently against the wooden pier. Luna nodded from above as the little boat closed her eyes, drifting easily into rest, embraced by the soft lullaby of ocean waves. And now, just like the little boat, gently coming home after her peaceful journey, it's your time to rest, feel relaxed, safe, calm, and ready to drift softly into sleep. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I've been able to maybe help you get to sleep tonight or maybe in future nights, just using some of the strategies we talked about today and really just thinking about it, getting it known that it's not a permanent thing, sleep problems. You can fix them. Most of the time, it's easier to fix than you think, and it's mostly due to stress, anxiety, those sort of things. But it's a little bit different type of video today, but remember, part of your becoming the best person you can be is you have to optimize your health. You have to make sure you're getting enough sleep so that your brain's developing, you're actually retaining stuff you're learning, and you're present during the day. Yeah, so if you enjoyed this video, if you'd like, subscribe. We'll be doing more intense, or not really intense, but more, what's the word I'm looking for? More focused, more grindy sort of videos in the future, more classic personal development. But this video is for really anybody, but those who are grinding hard and you're grinding too hard so your brain's not shutting off, or you're just somebody who overthinks a lot. But I'll see you later. I hope you enjoyed and have good sleeps. I'll see you later.